Afternoon, everybody. As usual, we almost got through the entire weekend without a single server issue. That's the long series transition, but oh well. We almost got through the entire weekend without a single server issue, but we've finally got there, and we have got one. The session won't start, so we've had to do it a little bit differently. This is not a race weekend session; it's a custom race. We're going to import the results, but we are green at Gothenburg. Let's take you around the track. We'll have a look at Miguel Costa. He's at the front of this. He's at the front of this pack, and you can see Gothenburg is very different to all the tracks we've done before in this 8th race season. We're at the final round, round 8. Thank you, Veranda, for following. I really appreciate that. Zero margin for error on this tight track on a Swedish port. On the port of Gothenburg. So let's have a look at Miguel Costa. He's the first person to start a flying lap in this qualifying session. It's a short lap. We're talking like 40 seconds. Braking now for the chicane at turns 1 and 2. Almost immediately on the brakes for the tight hairpin at turn 3. Stay left and ready to go through turn 4. Try and keep it to the right so you get the widest possible line through 5 and 6. That's the first of these 3 chicanes. Then 7 and 8, flick left there. 9 and 10 is a more fast chicane, but still, again, zero margin for error. And the final corner. Double apex, right-hand hairpin. Get on the power as early as you can, and power towards the line. That's it. That's all this lap is. We've got 45 minutes of racing around this tight track. It's going to be awesome. A 42.8 for Costa. He has to back off and let go. Rubber goes to the top of the times with 42.1. Bertrand 43.1. 0.08 of a second separating the top 2 at the minute. Rubber bonking the back of that is I redacted going through there. Yeah, I was tempted to do like a wallop counter, but then server issues came in, so my head's already occupied with the second thing. Purple sector at the minute for Diego Domingo with the 17.2. Second sector is about 25 seconds long. By comparison. Rubber coming at the top of the tables. He's going to come across the line. Doesn't improve. He's a second down on his personal best so far. Domingo improves again, but stays half a tenth down on pole. We have 14 drivers for this finale. This is the most we've had in some time. Or a hit tap in the wall for Rubber in his home race in Sweden. Domingo's also gone, stopped. Here's Bertrand. What's the best camera we can pick for this? That looks like a good camera to me. Well, maybe not the best. Goth 2. Let's try Goth 5. And that's my stand up because I'm getting excited. I'm going to get excited about this. I'm going to try my best to get as excited as possible about this race. It's going to be amazing. We're surely going to have a safety car. The safety car is an option for today. Driven by our very own Felipe Contreras. I'm holding the microphone. That's not even the microphone I've got to use today. It's this one. But there we go. Nice tight quality at the minute between Robert Domingo and Matti Suriano. And Jake Feimster as well. He's in the mix as well. To make it... Got some things tangled. Mic check. Yes, we're back. Lovely. It's going to be if we do get... Super Bowl is on a maybe at the minute because of these server issues and whether we'll get some results in for them. But all going well, we should have... It's going to be a super tight fight for Super Bowl between Robert Domingo, Geha, Suriano, Feimster. They're all in the mix. Miguel Costa could be in the mix as well. Bertrand and Fonseca. They're all within a second. But a second is a very long time around this track. It seems there's been a crash between Suriano, I think it was Suriano and Lucas Weber. Denoy improves to P11. That's quite a surprisingly low time for him, given the fact that he is our AF1 champion for this season. Costa's moved up to P5. So there's a bit of a mix A bit of a mixed-up grid at the top of the table for this first session. Rubber into the 16s through the first sector I've just seen. We'll have a look at him as he comes towards the line. Bertrand improves to P6. Feimster to the top of the times by 9,000th of a second. He's on a 24.6 in the second sector. Domingo takes that spot by 91 thousandths. Is Rubber going to do anything? He is coming... he's already passed the line. He goes to pole by 6/10. All that talk about is being close, and he's just blown him out of the water. Gone. I need to bring up my graphics tablet like I did last week, I think. Oh. Still 10 minutes to go in this session. Plenty of laps to come as well. Miguel Costa stopped on track. One of those days I wished that my headphones were wireless. But say Levy. CJ Foams turn 3 appears to be a really tricky corner, because you'd think with these Formula E cars and how much the sort of corners they go through in real life. Oh, huge crash there. Charles Bertrand facing backwards, coming together with Daniel Wolf at the second of those 3 chicanes. I've got dust on my tablet. So there's Daniel Wolf just behind. And as well, there's a lot of traffic on track as well. There's 14 cars on track and a very short track. Wasn't expecting this much traffic, even with the amount of people that were here. Jake Farms to go together with, I think that's Lucas Weber, and that's Roman Nesh, and Miguel Costa. They've all come together at turn 3. This proves my point exactly about traffic. Mario Fonseca in his first race, I believe it's his first race for this season, doing a decent job at the minute. P11, a second and a half off the top of the times. Is very close all the way through. Domingo improves to P1 by 0.5 of a second. I say, if we can't get Super Pole, this will decide the grid, the top 5. If we can get Super Pole, we will. Which means the top 5 will get another chance, 1 lap, a very short lap, mind you, with a lot of things that can go wrong, to try and take that pole position. De Nooijer, who's P3, stops on track. He's 6.5 down. Guerra goes too deep into turn 3 and moves to the back of the grid. Sorry, not moves to the back of the grid. What am I saying? Yes, Felipe is driving the safety car today. Another admin volunteered. I'd love to say we won't need him, but I'm pretty sure we will, based on what we've seen so far in qualifying and just the track. 14 cars on a very tight track, a tight street track. More Formula E than Formula E does. Oh, we got Arda in a safety car. Go Arda! Which means there's still a chance for Felipe to take. This is going to be the ultimate comeback drive for Felipe if he to qualify for this race. Really tight gaps all the way through the field. 0.5, as I said, as you'll easily notice from first to second. But also this one, Miguel Costa, Charles Bertrand, 0.003 of a second between them. Contreras is joining the track now. Let's have a look at his attempt. It's a bit like the Hulkenberg, a bit like Hulkenberg. If Hulkenberg were more like Bernd Mailander. You have to get used to the car again, but the problem is he's got all this time. He hasn't really got a lot of time to do this. He can't sort of just trundle around the track. Because you've got cars coming through all the time, like Charles Bertrand is just behind us. Well, let's take a ride on board with Felipe Contreras' first flying lap. I feel like he's having some issues, maybe. No, he's not. He's just letting Charles Bertrand by. That's okay. It doesn't matter too much, because the braking zone is about 5 meters after the start line. So getting the amount of speed through the corner isn't really too much of an issue. But Contreras is still having issues. It's strange. This doesn't look like a normal lap. So let's have a look at somebody else while he gets up to speed. Let's have a look at Iredacted, currently P14. Last of the people that have set times in so far. 2.5 seconds down on pole position. Taking lots of curbs through some of these chicanes. It's not going to help him. And taking a pretty shallow line and a late turn in through that final chicane is not going to help him either. Mythic has crashed. He's gone off. That's at turn 3. I think he wants to rejoin, but he's not in a good place to do so. Fonseca, there's a bit of a queue, it seems, maybe. Fonseca's just behind that in the bright green Lithium Lunatics car. Not that the liveries matter today. Matti Suriano went off. I think that was at the final chicane. Yes, it was on the exit of the final chicane. I just saw the explosion come up before. We'll see Daniel Wolf as well. Diego Domingo has crashed. That's at turn 3. Domingo did set a purple first second on his previous lap. So did Denoya. Denoya tried to improve, but stays P3. Mythic and Fonseca have both gone off. They've both gone off at the final hairpin. Now Rubber and Geho come together. I reckon there was a collision. No, there wasn't, because there's Rubber. He's parked at the final corner, and Nesh is parked on the inside of turn 3. It's curious. You can lock up the brakes, so you get so excited. There's so many corners here that are fairly slow entry. You have to brake sort of a little bit and just get turned in. I'm using my graphics tablet as a steering wheel at this point. Just to turn it in slightly, and you're done. But you get this sort of corner coming up, turn 1 and 2. Bumpy on entry, tricky braking zone, and it's the highest speed on the track. I see Robert's already gone into the wall. 4 minutes left in quali. Bertrand is in a similar state to Rubber. You can get very carried away thinking, yes, I'm going so fast down the pit straight, and you come to turn 1 and you realise, oh crap, I braked too late, and you go straight off. Luckily, there's a big runoff area there to stop you, but you know, which is going to be handy in the race, especially, particularly lap 1, turn 1. That's going to be carnage, and I cannot wait to see that. If there was a wall there, this would be a lot worse. Redacted going straight across as well as he exits the pit lane. I reckon he did that deliberately to get out of Matti Suriano's way. This is Matti Suriano right now, who's gone deep into turn 3. Jake Fimes to improve to P4, and Wolf improves to P5 as well. Well, it was P4, now P5. The top 5 separated by half a second. That's going to make for an interesting Super Pole when we get to it. Rubber again has stopped on track. That is on the run towards the final corner. You'll see him on the right hand side of the track now. No, he's the car ahead now, who has stopped in the middle of the track. No, briefly. I just keep seeing explosions on the track. After this race, we'll go for, see if we can guess, in addition to the announcement that we have at the end of the stream, stay tuned for that, we've also got, well, I will also say how many crashes there were in the race, just the race session. So I'll take your guesses now as to how many there will be. Any collision with the environment, so a wall or a car, counts towards this number. What do you think the number will be? Already a very wide range of numbers, from 15 to 250. 15, 400, 13 from randomise. Every little bonk on the wall, every little wheel bang between cars will cause something. Obviously, Vasic says 420, and obviously Polybius says 69. Why do I even bother? Denoya has stopped on track. Is at the final corner. He's just sort of parked there. There's a minute and a half left in qualifying, so there's not a lot of time to do this. Costa, if he wants to get in the lap, he's going now. Let's look at Daniel Wolf. He's got Contreras in tow. Contreras still P15. It's almost like Contreras didn't do any practice, or at least forgot his training coming up after having to do the safety car. Going down the inside of Contreras is Daniel Wolf into the final corner, trying to get some track position, but spins and almost takes out Contreras. That was just disastrous. So they're going to be side by side down the pit straight, and we'll watch that from a high up. No, never mind, they're gone now. But Denoy is still stopped on track in the middle of the corner. He's not going to get another lap in, which means he could be under pressure from the likes of Geha and Bertrand and Matti Suriano as well, who could all produce really good laps in the final stages of this qualifying session. They need to beat Denoya to push him out of qualifying, out of Super Pole. At the minute, it's Rubber, Domingo, Denoya, Fimeset and Wolf all going to qualify for Super Pole, assuming the server works. Let's see, 120, 1337, 12 million. Yeah, great mix of numbers. We'll find out what we get when we get to it. Round the final corner for Daniel Wolf. I might know why Mario Fonseca wasn't able to join practice. Oh, bugger. This also means I might have to kill Jens. Only 5 seconds left. Is anybody else going to get to the line? Nesh might. Nesh will with a tenth to spare, but he locks up and goes straight on turn 1 anyway. P13 for Nesh at best. Joao Guerra is coming up next. He's improved in the first sector. No improvement in the second sector. It's 42-2, stays P6. Next, Rubber. He's almost certainly going to get through to Super Bowl at the minute. No improvement from him. Behind that, Matti Suriano improved but stays P7. Lucas Weber's already left. Daniel Wolf, P5, stays P5, which means Charbatron is the last person to have any effect on qualifying. He's already half a second down in the first sector. So unless he has a blinding second sector, which he doesn't, he stays P8. So, Rubber, Domingo, Denoya, Feimster, and Daniel Wolf are all qualifying for Super Bowl, assuming the server works correctly. Oh, and Rubber's gone for another lap, because why not? Let's give a listen in to the drivers at the risk of getting... Hey guys, good job on quali.
Do we have Super Bowl?
Good question.
Oh no.
Please no.
I mean, how much do you care about having the skins for the race?
Not at all.
Is that
I'd rather have
an
Super
agreement
Bowl.
across everybody?
Yeah, I don't care at all. I just want to race.
I don't even have a skin, so
I just want to get it behind me.
I just had a thought.
Only one.
I don't have many.
I don't think anyone cares.
I'm thinking we should have added it onto that session. Wouldn't have had to leave the session. But I'll try and work something out.
Okay, so do we have Super Bowl or not?
No.
So we're going straight into a race.
Yes.
Can
Without skin?
we like what the timer before the race is, or
You'll have to bear with me while I'm sort of figuring this all out at the same time.
okay? The server is off, right?
No. I gotta sort it. I gotta set it up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's off.
Yes, server is off.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I hope I can make it in time.
Damn, Denoya.
Yeah, what? You won.
How much until race start?
It should be a couple
So-
of minutes.
So, Denoya, does that mean I get to start from P1?
Also, I'm going to
No.
kill Jens. Just saying that. I'm just going to kill Jens.
Don't do that, please.
And now we're
You can add
all
Fonseca to the championship.
now we
That's
are
why I
all
couldn't join.
material witnesses to Josh's murder trial. You know, I haven't heard good things about British prisons. I probably wouldn't murder somebody.
Better than American ones.
I don't know about that. American prisons have to be pretty good. People kill to get in them. See what I did there? I really hope
You
I'm
had
not
to
on
do
stream
it.
right
You had
now.
to do it.
I really hope I'm not on stream right now.
You
Oh,
are
you
on
absolutely
stream.
are.
Oh, great. That's perfect.
Oh, Fonseca's in. Good.
We
Right,
lynching
let's
Josh yet?
I'm just going to clarify the order to make sure everything's okay. Rubber, Domingo, De Noia, Feimster, Wolf, Geha, Suriano, Bertrand, Costa, Fonseca, Mythic, Weber, Nesh, Redacted, Safety Car.
Okay, I'm back. Is everyone
Sounds right.
I'm
to
not safety
me.
car anymore.
I was say, should it
You're in
be?
the list.
It should be me then Contreras.
Yeah, I'm the last. That last.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Wait, Felipe, you are racing.
Yeah, Daniel jumped in the race control.
Nice.
Ah, okay. I see.
Okay, only a small fix, hopefully.
Are you gonna race on server 7?
Yeah, I wanna know too.
Yes, it'll be on server 7. Give it a go. I think your GUID will be assigned to P15, but it's currently listed as safety car for brackets Felipe.
Okay.
So it should be okay. Your GUID is listed to a Formula E car.
Great.
I can't load server 7 yet. Is anybody else seeing that?
Right, let's give it a go. Pressing the button now.
Josh, should I join?
It didn't work. Yay. God damn it. It's the same thing that happened with AF4 last weekend. We press the start button and it still stays offline.
Did you try other servers, server 1, server 6?
All of them.
Wow, this is contagious.
Crash virus.
We make qualifying race results.
It's no fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, but then it's over.
I want this to be over too,
Yes,
but we gotta
we,
do it right.
we don't have to suffer.
It's not suffering, it's going to be fun.
How close is the team championship?
No.
Kind.
You have won me.
I think mathematically it's still possible, but we know what happens.
We maybe could have won, but I am alone, so...
Alex, classic.
Yeah,
team is
that's
the
just
best.
here.
Me and Denoy just got P3 and P4, so.
It's 42 points.
Yeah, it's literally impossible. Simple task isn't here.
Yeah,
Can we
but
do,
you have to calculate it.
Can we do another standing start? I like safety car formation lap to get the grid order, and then standing start,
Oh.
like we did.
Did you remember what happened the first time we did?
If we have to, yes.
We're gonna have to because the race weekend is not starting.
Okay, then well,
Once again, furious with Emperor servers.
I hope Robert doesn't hit me again.
Oh.
So,
We've gone
give
full
me
circle.
1 minute to sort that out.
okay, you can all start to pray whatever god you think exists. No. What? Pray to whatever god you believe in. And if you don't believe in any god, then come up with someone.
Yeah, Lowy is our
standing
god.
start.
Yes. Yes, I'm praying to Lowy.
Let's pray to Lowy.
I thought beans were our god.
That's part of the Holy Trinity, I suppose. Lowy, Beans, and what else?
Lowy is beans?
I don't think so, no.
Did you not know that?
I'm afraid I wasn't aware, no.
Yep, okay. Almost there.
So the rolling start is confirmed.
Standing start.
Standing start.
But a
Oh.
formation lap to
We,
sort the.
we have to go to the grid.
But why do we have to stop? Why not just rolling start? Isn't that easier?
So
Yeah,
we
but that
can
takes all
serve
the
the
fun
grid
away
that
from
way.
the standing start at Gothenburg.
I think that will be too hard to do, like
And
getting
it
the
will
order
be
right.
better on this track than the normal start. So
Yeah, it's dangerous in this track.
I think anything's gonna be dangerous. So
more boring, but less dangerous.
Fine, do a two wide rolling start. I don't care.
Oh, it
Who will
wouldn't be
be
too wide
two?
rolling start if we did.
oh no,
That'd be epic.
We could
You
just
go so
we could
wrong.
just start a pile up anyway. It would end in the same.
Okay,
Macau,
we're ready to
yeah.
go. 200 seconds, because I just picked a random number. That's 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, what
Yeah.
server?
All
Until
roads
start, it'll
lead
be
to
on server
pilot.
6. I've literally just picked whichever one's there. Server 6.
Yes, okay, very nice.
Attack mode is the password.
It will be over soon, Josh. It will be
You
over.
can hear Josh having a
I'm
mental
just
breakdown.
done with this. I thought we'd fixed all this.
You know what's great about this? It was Josh's idea to use, this format.
I know.
What's the
Whose
password?
idea was it to
It
use
was
this?
a good idea on paper, okay? Leave him alone.
What's the password, guys?
Attack mode.
Attack mode.
Attack mode. Also, to be fair, the whole Super Bowl idea worked quite well, I'd say.
100% sure Josh just said the password on stream.
It doesn't matter.
So-
The content manager doesn't show the server, so just
Can race control
can
be
go
ready to kick
worse.
people who join when they shouldn't?
yes,
Oh,
please.
fuck.
Okay, I'm actually on the server. I made it.
I understand if you want to fire me from admin.
Yeah, just give me the position.
Oh, kill me.
The order's
Okay.
completely messed up. This is not
We
slow.
cannot replace you, Josh.
I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, but it's not because of that
uh,
that we're gonna try to fire you or not.
I don't know if that's good, but we're still gonna try.
Okay, I'm
so
going to go ahead
Josh,
and deafen
now
myself for all. Is race control and safety car understanding what the situation is and how we start this?
That's the same person. That's me. Race control and safety car.
Oh,
I think you
okay,
should
yeah.
help me with the grid positions.
Yeah,
because
sure. I can get the grid position.
drive and check others.
Yeah. Sure. Give me 2 seconds. I'll get the results up.
Okay,
So
so
we're
now
doing
my name
the formation lab thing like in Kialami?
yeah.
I think so, yes.
Is the
And
server
I'm
up?
really scared.
Yes,
Yeah,
server is
yeah.
up.
Server
Server
6. Server
6.
6.
So we
Server
must
6,
we
attack
must
mode.
set
The
in
password.
our we must set in our positions like
The
the
password
Kialami
is
or
password.
Is Mario
Star.
Fonseca not in chat? Voice chat?
He should be, yes.
Okay, well, he's asking if he starts P1 and he wins.
I'm pretty sure
So-
that's a meme.
We must take positions in
Okay,
our.
okay.
We must take positions, or it's like the start of Spa.
There should be enough of a gap for me to say basically one at a time can each driver leave their pit box, leave their grid slot, and
Yes,
pull
yes.
forwards.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
we're gonna do it like that.
safety car driver first to
You
make
have
sure.
experience. Sorry.
So, and we go from there. So the first person is, funnily enough, the driver at the very back, Rubber. So Rubber would go to the front of the grid, and park behind the safety car.
If one of you remembers the Indy 250,
We're rolling
doing it
around,
like we
right?
did on that one.
What we'll do is, if the safety car could park just before turn 3, that'd be great, and we go from there. So we'll just park there and until everybody's there.
Also, keep in mind after this race is done, we have the F1 reveal, and it would be worth it.
Okay, so nobody move.
Someone went back to the
Fine,
pit.
fine, fine.
It's okay, doesn't matter.
Safety car first, drive to turn 3.
Costa break.
Next, Rubber. You can leave your pit box and catch up. Felipe, if your controls aren't locked, you can drive to the end of the pit lane if you want.
Yeah, still I'm last, so I
next-
just wait for everybody.
Yeah, sure. Then Diego, you're next. Then Denoya. Then Feimster. He's coming out the pit lane, I'm guessing. Then Daniel Wolf. Then Joao Guerra. Then Mattia Suriano. Then Charles Bertrand. It's amazing how clean and smooth this looks from where I'm stood. Then Charles Bertrand. Is he even here? Or is he already gone? He's already gone.
He's
already
gone.
Miguel Costa. Then Mario Fonseca. Then by Mythic. Then Lucas Weber. Then Roman Nesh. Then Redacted. Then Contreras. And we are good to go for the standing start. Go for it. Everybody's in the queue.
Yeah, I'm driving slowly, so everybody gets a good start.
Odd numbered drivers park on the right hand side, even numbered drivers on the left hand side.
Can you go over who's even and who's odd? Because I honestly don't know.
I
guess
redacted,
it's off by one because of the safety car, so I'm 14.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
Rubber,
redacted.
Rubber on the right,
I think it's
Diego on the left, Denoya right, Feimster left, Wolf right, Geha left, Suriano right, Bertrand left, Costa right, Fonseca left, yep, Mythic right, Weber left, Nesh right, Redacted left. I'll be here to guide for parking in the box.
You sure you're in the right MGUK mode?
You want to make sure you're on high.
The last time I'll ever hear that.
Yeah.
We have to. Is there a mandatory pit stop?
That's a spoiler, Josh.
There is a mandatory pit stop. Also, you need to take both attack modes.
Okay, Rubber on the right. I'll slow it down just to make sure. Looking good so far. Whoever that is, P5. Daniel Wolf, you are on the wrong side. Go right. Yep, cool. And Geha on the left. Suriano on the right. Bertrand left. Miguel Costa right. Miguel Costa forward one row. Thank you very much. Fonseca forward one row. Lovely. Mythic on the right. Lucas Weber on the left. Who else? Oh, Denoy's gone forward a little bit. Back it up. Okay, lovely. And we're just waiting on Contreras, and we'll be in place. Lovely. So starting in 20 seconds, we'll start at 44 minutes to go. 44 minutes will be the start. I'll go.
Good luck,
I'll do
everyone.
10 and then 3, 2, 1.
Good luck, everyone.
10
Let's keep it
seconds.
clean.
Have a good one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Have fun, guys. And we're away at Sweden. We've already had 2 cars collide. That's Mythic and Contreras crashing at the back. There's been a little bit of argy-bargy at turn 3, but otherwise he's pretty much clean through the start of this. Diego Domingo's got a perfect start on Rubber. I say it is otherwise clean throughout this race, which is a pretty good start, if I do say so. If I do say so. But let's not count our chickens. We've still got about 45 minutes of racing left to go in this, and hopefully it'll be truly exciting. Maybe some safety cars coming out as well. It's an excellent start though for Domingo. He has the lead over Rubber. Denoya is third, Feimster fourth, Wolf is fifth. I'm gonna plug my tablet back in again so I can switch cameras and not have to bend over and destroy my back. Nose to tail, the top 3. Daniel Wolf down the inside of Jake Feimster takes P4 off of him. That's into turn 3. Thank you everybody for bearing with us through this. This will never happen again because AF1 is never coming back to Formula E again. Redacted already in attack mode. Nash tried to dive down the inside of the final chicane. I didn't realise that was even possible, but he's tried it. It didn't work, but at least it could have ended worse. 2 tenths faster was Domingo on that lap against Rubber, but Rubber's got a pretty good run through turn 2. He's going to pull right up to the back of Diego Domingo. We're all clean. If this remains clean and we don't have a safety car, I'm going to be amazed. Oh, Rubber goes a little wide and ends up hitting the wall. He's going to be now under pressure from Andrea De Noia. 2 title rivals. Not anymore, though, really. Through that final chicane. Let's run on board with Andrea De Noia. As he tries to chase down top 3. Vicente Guerra has been passed by Bertrand and Costa into the final chicane. I think Guerra must have hit the wall. A little bit of crisp packeting going on the front of the car. Possible. Here's a question: how effective is attack mode going to be? Attack mode, the attack mode's activation zone, as it's available now, I believe, it's a very tight one. At turn 6, on the outside of turn 6, you've got to keep it really tight through 5 to get through that line. Denoy's dropping off the back of this, but Rubber in his home race, I will add. This is Sweden. I'm not something different today because it's different mic, I think. It's different mic. Hopefully it sounds okay. Hopefully it's a good difference than a bad difference. Like, it's potato quality. Domingo goes wide at turn 2. Rubber's going to try around the outside of turn 3. That's like a very tough corner to go for it at. They're still side by side. We go to turn 4. Domingo's got the inside. Rubber's got the inside for the next chicane, though. Goes for attack mode, does Domingo. That's close enough, I would think. So go for it, Diego. He's lost out to Andrea De Noia, though. Is that an easy... Bloody hell. An easy 35,000 channel points to guardrail hitter, Matthews Vasic, and 2 others. Wow. I sound less beanie. Does that mean I'm sounding less British? Is that what you mean? Domingo now in his attack mode. He's pressed it before the end of the lap. He's all good. He's got 2 uses in this race. Redacted's dropped back into the position. He's been passed by Mythic. He's went down the inside into the final corner. Contreras is here to make a move as well. He's going to try down the inside into turn 1. He's still alongside. Nope. Backs out of it. Psychos Guerra dives down the inside of Charbotron. I didn't even know that was happening, but I just managed to time it correctly. Let's switch to F3 as we go down the front straight with a better camera than that. There must be one that's a bit closer. No, they're all just from a really far off distance. Let's go for number 6. They're side by side still. Bertrand keeps that P7 for now from Joao. This race does seem to be a bit of a dive bomb simulator, but it's pretty good so far. The racing has been very clean. But one mistake from one of these drivers could cause a 4-car crash, a 4-car pileup, that brings out the safety car and tips this race on its head. Anything can happen. There's still 39 minutes left in this race. De Noia, meanwhile, is still less than a second away from Rubber. They're matching times pretty much, a 42.5 from both of them. But Domingo on the attack mode is doing 42.7s. Ooh, a little tap of the wall from De Noia through turn 4. Oh, there is a crash there. Bertrand is currently facing backwards, but there's a huge load of cars coming through. He's got to rejoin carefully. He does so, but drops to P10, now P11 as Mario Fonseca passes him. Coming towards turn 3. This might continue. Bertrand might have another look. He had a look into turn 4, but it's not really a move you can make into turn 4 unless you're already side by side through turn 3. Bertrand, Vasic, I'll have no shitting on other drivers, please, or I will ban you from Twitch. Right on board with Miguel Costa on the back of Joao. Surprisingly, I wouldn't think turn 1 and 2 would be that tricky, but it's so open on the right hand side. You think, wait, where's the edge? Where's my reference point? You just lose your reference points through the tight, twisty sections. on the back end of the track. It's like, how can we get the most amount of corners in the smallest amount of space? And let's just stick a ton of chicanes in there. I really like it. It's good for hot lapping, certainly. But is it good for racing? That's for you to decide. Ah, Beauty nicking my joke from earlier. Thank you. I made a joke earlier that IKEA Racing might use the wrong Allen key for their front wing, so it will fall off. Here's Roman Nesh, currently P12. He's got Fonseca and the recovering Bertrand. Costa's already made a move on Joao into the second chicane, and then hit the wall. But he's managed to stay ahead by keeping it going really defensive in the final corner. Joao's going to look to the outside. You know he is, because he's still around the outside. They're still side by side. Bertrand has spun. He's crashed, but he's going to keep it going. Miguel Costa versus Joao Vicente Guerra. That's the best view I've got, I think. Joao's got the inside into turn 1, but Costa swoops around the outside and keeps that position. Joao's going to move into the inside into turn 3. But Miguel holds on. Nice move from Miguel Costa to maintain that P7 for now. There's only a 10-second gap. Lapped cars is going to be a huge issue in this race later on. Going through the attack mode now is Joao. So he's going to try and pull that back. But there's a lot of time lost from this attack mode this weekend. And we've done that as painfully. We did this as painfully as possible. Just because I've got some frustrations to air. This is how I do it. This is how I let my anger out. That's right. You complain about Formula E. I'm going to give you the most painful attack mode possible. It's working. I feel happy already. Honestly, I'm so excited to show you what the next season of AF1 has to offer. That is the announcement later on at the end of this stream, as you will absolutely have guessed. But the question is, what will it be? What will it be? Let me know in the chat what you think is going to be. And I will... You'll probably see if you can hear my smile. Across the rumble strips goes Lucas Weber. Fonseca's going to go down the inside into the second chicane. That's a good move from Fonseca, to be honest. He's doing a good job. This is his first race in AF1 this weekend. This season, at least. I think he did AF1 last season. That's a spin for Costa and Guerra. They both came together at the final corner, it seems. I completely missed that. Where was that on my... I should have seen that on my track map, but I didn't have it up. There's a whole barrel of cars coming in here. There's Contreras and Domingo. So the lapping is starting to happen, and it's not quite as simple as you think, because Wolf is now with Diego Domingo as a result of lapped cars getting in the way, like Contreras and I Redacted. And they're not giving way as well, because they're still battling for P14. Down inside goes Daniel Wolf. He's come together with Diego Domingo. Is Diego going to be able to rejoin in time? He's lost out of Feimsturm. Here comes Matti Suriano. There will be no safety car for that. The safety car deployed. It will be deployed for 4 cars being involved in a crash. I'm seeing loading things on. Probably shouldn't see loading things, but oh well, looking good. Okay. Lucas Weber still staying with Mario Fonseca for the minute. Taking lots of sausage on the exit. That is the Swedish way. Daniel Ricciardo. I keep seeing Daniel Ricciardo stopped in the pits, stopped on track. But he's the safety car. He's in the pit lane. There he is. Daniel Wolf improves to P3. In front of that, they're still coming together. The Redacted and Contreras in the battle for the last points. P14 and P15. Contreras looking into that first chicane. It's not going to work. Daniel Wolf is going to be in all sorts of traffic. This is going to bring Jake Feimster back into this fight for the podium. Eventually. Contreras still looking at the final chicane on Redacted. I'm just going to look at Daniel Wolf's point of view, because this is a fun one. Down the inside goes Wolf on Contreras. He was tempted on Redacted as well, but not going to work. Let's just hope Wolf can give similar grief to Redacted to bring that battle back. We're already on to lap 16 of this race. Redacted goes wide at the final, at the first chicane, at the first corner. Oh, whoa! That's just unfortunate. And Contreras having to hold the brakes now to keep it going, because he's stuck in a place. There's plenty of time behind him. Denoy, oh, there's a change for the lead. There's so much going on. Denoya and Rubber switch positions at the front of the field. Denoya in attack mode as well. I wonder if Rubber lost the lead by going through the line himself. I don't think so, because he hasn't pressed the button. No, he hasn't pressed the button. So it is a genuine change for the lead. Denoya takes the lead of this race from Rubber. Wolf is third, Fimester fourth. Domingo in fifth. We got this battle for the lead. There's also the battle for fourth and fifth, which is going on pretty intently. Still lap cars causing some bother. There we go. All good. Domingo catching up to Jake Fimester in his attempt to retake P4 after coming together with Daniel Wolf a couple of laps ago. Rubber on Andrea Denoya. Interesting that they're taking curb in that second. Nesh into the pits for the first time. We're not even 15 minutes into the race and Nesh is already taking the pit lane. Interesting strategies today. Maybe some alternate strategies. Track space. Nah, you're not going to get it. Even lap cars, they're all sort of in one pack, to be fair. They're all in the front straight, so if you can get maybe, I guess track space might be possible if you can get it, but it's very difficult to get that. Rubber with the rear end stepping out on him, trying to just stay with Denoya while he's in attack mode. Let's switch behind this. Domingo on Fimester is looking very racy. Got to be looking for a way past. But you've also got to be a little bit patient in these races because you can't go balls to the wall early, or you might wear out your tyres, or have some damage that will need to be repaired in your pit stop later on in the race. Personal best for Daniel Wolf with a 42.8, 43.2 personal best for Matti Suriano as well. Matti Suriano is Blackie Matt in P6, by the way, in case you didn't know. Well, I refuse to say that name. Another change for the lead. They're still side by side. Oh, I think Rubber went for a dive into the final corner. It just didn't work. You see, it was all crossed up coming out the exit of it, and a lot wider than you probably would be down at the end of that corner. So Denoya maintains the lead. Rubber is clearly having some issues with the rear tyres. He's sliding all over the place. But he's still not all that much slower. I think I just got a ping that there's a new CSP out. See, new CSP preview. So go check that out if it is real. Lucas Weber being overtaken by Jake Fimester and Diego Domingo, who are still nose to tail pretty much around this track. The battle for P13, which was intriguing me all the way through this race, is still going on. They're still going at it. It has a look on Fimester again into the final corner. 8/10 faster Rubber was on that lap against Denoya. So that gap has already closed down to virtually nothing. They're nose to tail. Oh, they tap! Oh, Denoya has a back end steps out, but has kept it going. That's how close it is between these two. Nothing to separate them. Rubber slams the wall on the exit of the final chicane. Domingo is just as close, or was just as close as the leaders were a minute ago, to Jake Fimester. Domingo's surely going to look. He's going to look to the inside of the final corner. Come on, just break a little bit later. He's holding the inside. They're going to be side by side coming out of that final corner. Down the front straight they go. Is Domingo going to try and switch to the inside? He is. There's a little tap. Maybe a little, I guess you could call it a little bump draft if you're being generous. And into turn one, Fimester's going to hold on to that P4 for now. There's great racing going on in this race. Some real dogfights going on. It's my favourite thing in racing, is a good dogfight. Through there, switching places at the minute, Mythic and Bertrand. Mythic ran the outside, it looks like, into the final corner. The gap to the lead has started to increase now after that dive bomb and the slam in the wall for Rubber. This is surely going to have damaged his suspension or damaged his car to a point where he's going to struggle with aero. Daniel Wolf into the pits for the first time. I say first time, it's not the only time. Which means this becomes a battle for the podium. Undercut strategies are a go, maybe. I don't know if that's even going to be possible. but just timing it. There's enough variation in the strategy. You have to pit once, and when you do, it doesn't really matter too much, unless you run out of energy, which is the energy lasts about 35 to 40 minutes, so it's not much of an issue. So it's basically, with a race like this, it's whenever you think pitting will put you out in some track space. That's a very difficult thing to gauge. Redacted and Weber both in the pits from their respective positions. I'm loving this, just watching this battle for P3 going toe to toe. Oh. It's almost like you get distracted following a car and you realise, oh, he hasn't quite turned as much as you have, and suddenly you're offline for the second part of the chicane. That's what we saw down in the second chicane. Bertrand into the pits for what I think is the second time, maybe. No, it's the first time. A lot of cars getting blue flags now. I'm seeing so much blue. Once again, Rubber is closing the gap to Andrea Di Noia. I say that, he slams the wall on the exit of the chicane again. More damage for him. Well, that's now over. For a little bit. And now, Jake Fimster's got traffic in the form of Roman Nesh, a lapped car. Who's going to have to get out of the way a bit faster than that. He does get out of the way in time. It's going to be a bit of a distraction for both Jake and Diego, though. But who's going to withstand the pressure? Oh, rear end stepping out for Diego. We're approaching half distance in this race, so most people will be pitting very soon. We've already had about 5 or 6 people pitting. Nothing to separate these two, Fimster and Domingo. After 20 minutes of hard racing, they've been together for about 10 minutes after Domingo's crash with Daniel Wolf at the first corner. That's surely going to be brought up in the Steward stream tomorrow. Be sure to watch that. We've got AF3. We've got probably one AF2 report. We have no AF Masters reports. So it's all about AF3. And maybe a few on AF1 on Monday at 2 PM. Through turn 3 goes Domingo. Still super close between these two. Domingo taking much shallower line through 5 and 6. Rubber, Mythic, Contreras, Nesh still yet to use any of their attack modes. Guerra is currently has used both of them, and Weber's used both of them as well, or at least they're in their final ones. ACTV doesn't exactly display that particularly great. Oh, into the pits goes Fimster. That was quite a late move. It looked like maybe he was going defensive, and then suddenly into the pits. Oh, and Rubber joins. Rubber rejoins the track, almost colliding with Diego Domingo, who was trying to go for the outside line through the pit exit line, try and take that position. So here's another battle to take us over. How fast can Rubber re-catch the back of Domingo? The pit stop delta doesn't seem to be that much, about 15 seconds at most, according to the times. Di Noia's in the pits now, so here comes an immediate response from Andrea Di Noia. Is this going to be enough to pull an undercut, maybe? He's had Rubber's had the reference point of Domingo to rest his brain for this lap, but he's still got to be right on it. So maybe there'll be some traffic. Maybe there won't be. Di Noia's going to come out of the pits. You can just see him ahead. There he is. So Domingo's got second place. He's wedged in between this lead battle. But Di Noia's also got lapped cars in the form of Redacted, who's going to get out of the way at the worst possible time. He tried to get out of the way, but it's not going to work. And now it's a bit of a traffic jam. Redacted's going to get cut off there by Rubber. But they're out of the way. Rubber's going to have to clear Domingo as soon as possible, or hope that Domingo pits this lap, otherwise he's going to lose out a lot of ground to Andrea Di Noia. Rubber's going to look down to the inside of the final corner, and he does so. Domingo goes wide to avoid. Still can't get the move done. He still can't get the move done. Domingo surely going to go for the pits now. He does. Nobody died at the pit exit. I was expecting a lot of death at the pit entry, but it's not going to happen. The gap now. Rubber was 1.8 seconds fast on that lap, but bear in mind, Denoya did come out the pit lane. Ahead of this lead battle is Miguel Costa and Guerra in the battle for P8. Let's switch to that. No, never mind, that's not, because Guerra went, that's Costa that had a bit of a clunk on the wall, or an attack mode use. I can't quite tell which one it is. So Denoya's now got to deal with lap cars once again, and he's brought Rubber right back into this. Rubber needs to capitalise now. He's got the chance. This is the chance he's been waiting for. The pit stops are done. So it's all or nothing. I mean, he's got 20 minutes to decide, but, you know, it's all or nothing. To win your home race in Sweden for AF1. There's a collision. There's 3 cars gone! Rubber's boxed in! Denoya's still stuck! That was almost a safety car! It is a safety car! It's been deployed! It's been deployed! We have a safety car! Yes! I'm pretty sure we do. No, I'm seeing overtaking. Something's wrong. I reckon Denoya thought there was going to be a safety car, and then there wasn't. Is Ricciardo coming out the pits? Yes, there is a safety car. And he's already been hit. He's been hit. Ricciardo's been hit. The safety car's been hit by Mario Fonseca coming out the pits. Oh, you can't write this to me. The safety car is out on track. We have got a safety car. Rubber 9 leads this race from Daniel Wolf now, but that should be Denoya in second place instead of Daniel Wolf. Because Denoya clearly slowed down for that safety car. Fonseca should have should be easing back to let Bertrand go. That's fine. Wolf and Denoya still deciding who should have the lead. It should be Denoya, I think, over Wolf. The safety car wasn't deployed at the time, and Wolf's going to let him by. He does so now. So we are going to have, I think, one more lap under this safety car, and we'll be back under green flag. We've got a couple cars, Guerra and Weber, currently trying to get to the back of the trying to get to the back of this queue. Can we get a rear view camera, maybe? There we go. Doesn't get much more safety car than that. Look at that. Is it going to be green flag coming up now, or is it going to be one more lap? No, we're going to have one more lap under the safety car. It should not be Contreras leading this pack, but it is. Contreras, Miguel Costa is in that pack, but the leader is Rubber 9, the third car in that queue. Then it's Denoya, Wolf, Domingo, and Feimster. But there are some... Rubber, Denoya, and Wolf are all in this. Domingo is behind that after about 2 lapped cars in the form of Redacted and Romanesh. Then we've got Feimster in there as well. Then Bertrand and Fonseca are lapped cars, which means Matti Suriano is P6, but right at the back of the field on track. Also in there is by Mythic, and then we have Guerra, and then we go to the front of the field again for P8, which is Miguel Costa. We are going to go green, I'm pretty sure, in a second. We're all together, so it should be. So we'll switch to Denoya with his rear view camera. That's a good rear view camera we got there. Green flag is out. Green flag is out already. Robert, whoa, Miguel Costa's already spun. How on earth did he avoid that? They're side by side. Daniel Wolf takes the lead. Denoya's dropped back to 4th. Daniel Wolf leads this race. Rubber 2nd, Domingo 3rd, and Denoya is 4th. I'll switch to the off-board camera for this because this could be interesting. Feimster 5th, and then Matti Suriano is in 6th, then Guerra 7th. Most of the lap cars have cleared out of the way, except for Contreras has managed to jump the lot of them. What a start for Daniel Wolf. He makes 2 places off of the safety car restart. Unbelievable. Rubber's looking at Daniel Wolf. Decides against it going into turn 1. But Wolf's gone a bit wide at turn 1. They touch. Round the outside comes Domingo. Wolf's hit the wall as well. Rubber down the inside into 4. Wolf's still got the inside for 5. Rubber around the outside. Rubber takes the lead. Domingo takes 2nd off of Daniel Wolf, who hits the wall. So it's now Rubber, Domingo, Wolf, Denoya. There's your top 4. I was hoping for a safety car. I can't believe it. We got an excellent race on our hands because the top 5 are all within a second of each other. Still, Contreras has done a stunning job to pull away from the lead pack. Domingo's been turned around by Daniel Wolf. Denoyer's turned around Domingo. It's a pile-up. We're going to get a second safety car. Surely a second safety car because of that. It's all gone topsy-turvy. I love AF1. I love Assetto, friends. Here we go. Are we still going to go into green? I'm not seeing a safety car coming out, even though I saw like 5 cars get turned around. Where's the safety car? Are we getting a safety car?
No.
We had like 5 cars turned around. It was a full-blown pile-up.
I couldn't see it.
So no safety car. I can't believe it. There should have been a safety car. It's like 5 cars get turned around. This is ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to keep going. Rubber has the lead now. Jake Fimester second, Denoyer third, Domingo fourth. Guerra is in 5th now. Daniel Wolf, after leading the race briefly for about 2 laps, has dropped to P7. Rubber's got a 4-second lead over Jake Fimester. Denoyer's looking very racy against Jake Fimester. Goes down the inside of the final corner. Denoyer will take P2 from Jake Fimester, and Domingo might follow through as well. They're pretty much side by side. They are side by side down the front straight. 16 minutes to go in the finale of AF1 Formula E. There's no championships to worry about. It's just pure racing. Behind that, Matti Suriano's trying to get past Joao Guerra. Almost does so, but fails to. Gives up going through turn 3. Diego Domingo, meanwhile, right on the back of Jake Fimester, trying to follow him through. Jake Fimester already won a race this season in Spa, round 2. Because of absolute chaos, as this season has been all the way through. Down the front stretch, surely. Domingo down the inside. No, doesn't. Decides against it on Fimester. Maybe trying to get a slingshot into turn 3. I've seen that happen a couple of times, but it's not going to happen this time. Rubber's got a 5-second lead now over the rest of the field. Denoyer is just holding the rest of the field up. There's a whole queue behind that. So this is Rubber's race to lose now. It's getting an incredible lead. I know it's only 5 seconds, but that's like an 1/8 of this track. That's like a 10-second lead at Spa. Contreras letting everybody by. Right on board with Diego Domingo as he tries to find a way past Jake Fimester for a podium in the final race of the season. Besides against it, I'm amazed how he can just turn with the brakes like that. That's amazing. Got some real skill on the brakes, says Diego. We'll keep an eye on the gap as this race concludes. He's still holding around about 5 seconds. Denoyer needs to make some ground up now. Fimester goes a little wide at 5 and 6. The 7 and 8. Hits the wall. Diego rear ends. There's been a crash between iRedacted and Roman Nesh at turn 3. That's going to have to be cleared pretty soon because here comes Rubber. They do get away. They're all good. Did Rubber win last week in Berlin? I could have sworn he won last week. Rubber has never won a race. Rubber has never won a race in AF1. And he leads by 5 seconds over Andrea Denoyer. And what a place to win your first AF1 race at your home race in Gothenburg in Sweden. But there's a lot more race still to come. Another clunk of the wall for Domingo out of the final chicane. 13 minutes plus 1 lap to go. And trust me, that 1 lap's going to be crucial. If the race behind the lead is as tight as this, it's going to be crucial. I'm hoping for another safety car, personally. If we get another safety car, things are going to go nuts. Again, mistakes for Fimester through the chicanes. And Domingo cannot capitalise because the track is too narrow. You've got to be timed just right, or be adept enough on that steering input to get alongside into the next chicane. But that's a real skill. Bertrand having a nice dive bomb down the inside of Miguel Costa into a chicane. Makes the move, although maybe not as cleanly as he'd need it to be. Costa's going to force Bertrand. Whoa! And there goes Bertrand on a spin. He's going to be careful because he can't reverse on track. Behind that was going to be Ramanesh. Yeah, all clear there. Domingo on Jake Feimster still. A little tap on the wall. Most drivers still haven't used an attack mode. Rubber hasn't used attack mode at all. So that could be crucial. 6 seconds is the gap of the lead. Out of the final corner for Diego Domingo. 6/10 back from Jake Feimster and the podium. Can I commentate his curse? That's just fun. That's like half of my job. Wide again goes Jake Feimster through turn 3. Domingo's results have been stellar this year in the 3 races he's finished. 2nd, 4th and 1st. He could have had an outside shot at the title if he'd attended more races. Up front, Denoy is having trouble with a lap car in the form of I Redacted. Denoy only just letting him, only just being let by. Done. Oh, Feimster's lost the back end. He's managed to keep it and keep 3rd place in the process. Unbelievable. I think you're losing the back end through turn 3, but that's not as much of a big deal as losing it through turn 1. That's like the big one. But if you lose it through here, you could cause a pile-up very easily, a blockage on track. I just want someone to clip the rear end, to clip the rear wheel on one of the chicanes and just get himself parked perpendicular to the track. Just block the track. That would be amazing. Peak AF1. Really good run from Diego Domingo out of the final corner. But still held up by Jake Feimster, who in turn is held up by Iudakis, who's not going to let him pass just easily. He doesn't have to. Although he will if Redacted decides to go across the tarmac, across the runoff. This reminds me of Lippo Village just riding on board for most of the race with Diego. Using a lot of sausage through the second chicane is not really fast. It unsettles it for the second part. Slamming on the wall for both of them. Domingo's surely got to pounce and make a dive bomb at some point. They've done enough practice on these cars to know what the limit of the brakes are. 9 drivers have had podiums in this season. By Mythic's had internet issues, he's out, it seems. Yeah, he's sort of stuck mid-corner, so that could cause some issues if he does decide to suddenly reappear. Problem with attempting any moves around this track is if you try and go for a dive bomb move, if it fails, you're going to lose a ton of time. Which sure won't cost Diego any positions, but it will cost him a lot of time, and he won't have another opportunity. Let's switch briefly to Joao Guerra. He's catching up to Matti Suriano. We'll also switch to Daniel Wolf. All 3 are part of the Wolf Team Racing cinematic universe. Daniel Wolf, of course, in the main team, Wolf Team Racing, alongside Matti Suriano. Joao Guerra is part of the Alpha Wolf Racing. And then all nose to tail. Whoa, Feimster's been spun! It's perpendicular! Is it going to be a VSC? Is it going to be a safety car? Feimster's still stuck. He's not going. Ah, come on. You could at least bought the safety car. No. Oh well. Ooh. There was a small possibility. Joao had a look on Suriano. I don't know if there's any sort of driver swaps intended for next season. Whether these 4 drivers are going to stay in the cinematic universe for the next season of AF1. We'll have to find out. It slams the door shut. Joao having another look on Suriano. Maybe trying to punt him offline. Sort of throw him up. He's with them. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what voice that was either. I am hoping for enough carnage for a safety car. I want that. I really want a safety car right now. There's 7.5 minutes left. Wouldn't that just be great to finish the season? Wouldn't it? Down the inside, Joao has a look on Suriano. Not close enough. I'd love a safety car. I would. I reckon Rubber would hold on. He's held on through all of it so far. It's not been sort of a lights to flag victory, but it's been pretty strong. Whoa! Suriano's gone weird. This is where it happens. This is where it happens. It almost happened. They've all come together, and actually, in the end of that, only one person changes places. Gerhard managed to get past Suriano because of a mistake that Suriano made at the first of those chicanes. And in fact, the worst off from that is Daniel Wolf, because he's lost the back of both of them. Costa and Fonseca, the two Portuguese drivers, very close together. There's a lot of battling going on. It's quite nice to see. Let's check in on Feimster, who's about 2 seconds back from Diego Domingo and running about the same sort of pace. Yeah, let's check in on Miguel Costa. He's had quite a good race today, I think. Catching up to Mario Fonseca for P8. It'll be about as high as he can probably make because P8 is a lap down from P7. In fact, Daniel Wolf is quite close to Suriano, who I think just took his final attack mode. Rubber's still not using attack mode at all. In fact, he hasn't got enough time to do attack mode at all. So I don't know if there's going to be any penalties for that. Daniel Wolf goes wide at the final corner. He's a little rough on the edges. We'll switch back to this battle for P8, Fonseca versus Miguel Costa. Yeah, he won't have time to activate both, so we might need to give him a penalty for that. Whoa, almost. That was a dead-on 44 from Miguel Costa on that lap. Whoa! Oh, it's all happened! It's happened immediately! Well, I say it's happened immediately. I've done for the... There's 2 cars currently parked perpendicular to the track. This is where we get the... We're going to get a safety car because of that. I don't know what's going to happen. There's still cars going. I think we're pretty much okay. I need to know.
But no overtaking.
Safety car is deployed. It's happening. It's happening. Safety car is out. Here we go. 5 minutes left in the session. Rubber has the lead. He's also got 3 lapped cars in between him and Andrea. In fact, yeah, 3 lapped cars in between him and Andrea De Noia in second place. So Rubber's lead is pretty much set at this point. But behind that, it's all going to go nuts. 5 minutes left. It's going to be 4 minutes left. Danny Ricciardo, the safety car driver, waiting a pit exit. Here comes Rubber. So here we go. We could get 1 lap. We might get... I think it's going to be 2 laps under the... Yeah, it's going to be 2 laps under the safety car. This is... We've done 54 laps of this track. I can't believe this. He doesn't have the bottom bound. Oh. Believe Rubber does not have the attack mode button bound to his wheel. He can't activate it. Daniel Ricciardo crashed. The safety car crashed only slightly, so he's managed to get away with it, but that was embarrassing. We just caught the end of that. Sorry, Arda. My excitement is immeasurable and my day is made. My mother's trying to study in the next room. She cannot hear herself think, I'm almost certain. Is it going to be green flag now, or are we going to have 1 more lap? We are going to have 1 more lap, okay. We've still got Contreras trying to catch up to the back of the field. Fonseca's just about to catch up to the back of the field. So, state of play. Rubber is in the lead. He's then got Miguel Costa, Charles Bertrand, and Roman Nesh in the way behind him before we get to anyone else on the lead lap. That's Andrea De Noia. Then is also Diego Domingo and Jake Feimster and Joao Vicente Guerra. They're all in the same pack. There's a nice big pile-up coming on right now. So there is Guerra. Then we have Matti Suriano, Daniel Wolf, and Mario Fonseca with Redacted in the way of that. They're all in the lead lap. Miguel Costa's in the front of the field. Bertrand's behind that, and so Contreras is a long way behind anything. Roman Nesh is in the front of the pack. Weber is in the front of the pack in between cars, and Redacted is catching to the back of the pack. So, the question is, here we go. We're going to go for... Wow, let's go for Domingo. Can Domingo get past Andrea De Noia? The green flag will be underway. Now, green flag is out. 2 minutes plus 1 lap to go of racing. De Noia's already gone wide at turn 1. Here comes Domingo to try and take P2 off of him. There's 3 lap cars in the way, so Rubber's place in the lead is pretty much sealed at this point. Behind that, Mati Soriano trying to get past Joao Vicente Guerra. De Noia and Domingo side by side through one of the chicanes. Through the first chicane, Domingo takes P2 off of Andrea De Noia. Behind that, Jake Feimster, who tries to go down the inside. He gets punted, and there's been a huge pileup. Guerra and Wolf are inside each other. There's a huge pileup. That's the pileup we were expecting to happen. Guerra's got nowhere to go. This should be another safety car, probably. And it is. Yes, it is. We have another safety car. Are we going 1 lap safety car? Are we going 1 lap safety car or 2?
Yeah, 1 lap, only 1 lap.
Gotcha. Thank you. So 1 lap of safety car is all it's going to be. I believe Rubber's probably already out with the safety car in front. Yes, so we're going to be very quickly back underway again. We're only a minute away from the end of this session, so we're going to have 2 laps. We're going to have 2 laps to decide this race in Sweden. Can anybody change any positions at all? I'm going to go for the off-board camera. What's the best one to go for this? We're going to have another pile-up on the last lap. That's the best one to go for. Look at that. That's overhead. Rubber leads. Domingo second. De Noia third. Rubber and Domingo are still separated by 3 lapped cars. So Rubber's chance in the lead is already sealed. 40 seconds left. Plus 1 lap. So this is going to be a 2-lap sprint to the end of this race. Safety car is about to be taken out. There we go. Green flag is away. Brilliant jump from Domingo, who's already got past one of the lap cars. Wide goes Feimster. He's got down the inside is Drow. There's a pile-up. Only a small one, but we've got it going again. We're all good. Okay. We're all clean there. Up front, Domingo is still 1.7 seconds behind. It's not going to be enough. They're side by side in a huge gaggle of cars coming through the first chicane. Still side by side, Daniel Wolf and Blackie, that is as a lapped car actually in the form of Roman Nesh. Wolf's got clear of that. Andrea De Noia is still half a second away from Diego Domingo. Rubber is coming around the final corner with still 2 lapped cars between him and Domingo. Redacted has gone straight on and crashed and spun at the final chicane. There has been another pile-up, I think. No, Fonseca's just gone wide at the final has crashed at the final corner, but we're all good otherwise. De Noia still trying to keep with Domingo and try and make some sort of move on the final lap of this race. But it's pretty much certain at this point that Rubber's going to take the win of this race, followed by Domingo, followed by De Noia. Behind that, is anything going to change? Wolf is still looking pretty close to Suriano, but he keeps having mistakes. He's had another one just there into the first chicane. Matti Suriano, still not close enough to anybody. De Noia is too far away to have a dive into the final corner. It is Rubber, Ludwig Eriksson, that wins the Swedish E-Prix and the finale of AF1. After 59 laps of close racing, Domingo will finish second, De Noia third, Matti Suriano fourth, Jake Feimster recovers to fifth, Daniel Wolf sixth, Joao Vicente Guerra seventh, Fonseca finishes eighth, Costa 9th, Bertrand 10th, Contreras 11th, Nesh 12th, Lucas Weber 13th, Redacted 14th, and a DNF for Bimythic. Now that is how you end a season, with a safety car 5 minutes from the end of the race and another one 2 minutes from the end. It does not get better than that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See, finally, it's taken a season and a half, but Rubber 9 finally has won a race in AF1. And we can finally get rid of the Formula E car. So, the question is, well, let's try and get Rubber in now. He's still busy celebrating. Let's bring him in now, if we can. Rubber 9, you have just won your first AF1 race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? That end of the race must have been quite nerve-wracking for you.
Yeah, it really was.
I was scared as hell, Robert, that you forgot to use attack mode.
Yeah, I didn't find it.
I messaged you on the DMs. I did it through live timings. I went into VC.
I don't know if that's going to cause a penalty. I doubt it will, because how is that fair? But
He went zones, so it's still
he went through
fair.
zones twice. Okay, fair enough. There was quite a few lead changes throughout that race. How did you manage to keep yourself in sort of relevant in this race?
I don't know. I just drove and things happened.
A man of few words. I'm. Why do you think it's taken you so long to win a race in AF1?
Because I don't really know, to be honest.
Okay, let's send the Kimmy back. Thank you for congrats on the win today, Rubber. And hopefully see you next season. Join the stream, so we can hear, so you can find out what the next season of AF1 is going to be. If you wouldn't mind, Polybius, would you mind bringing in Diego Domingo?
Yes, I won't.
Okay. Hello, Domingo. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations on P2. You had quite a topsy-turvy race. Early on, you crashed with, I believe it was Jake Feimster, was it, or Daniel Wolf?
Well, I mean, I raced Jake for probably half the race or even more, and I couldn't get him past. I think I overtook him in the pits, but then after the first safety car, I was taken out by Wolf, and I was behind Jake again. Then I hit Jake. I was going to let him by, but he said, "Go, I'm gonna try to catch you." And yeah, then the second safety car, I managed to overtake Dinoya. I don't know how, and yeah.
Well, we saw how it was a great move. I think you made a mistake into turn one, and you just capitalised at the right possible time. Do you think if there weren't those lapped cars between Rubber and yourself, do you think you would have taken the win?
No, it's very difficult to overtake here, and I stayed like probably 30 laps behind Jake, and I really couldn't pass him. He really defended very well, but yeah, this track is impossible to overtake. You really need to rely on big mistakes to overtake.
And we saw plenty of them. You certainly capitalised at just the right moments. Congratulations on P2. I'll send you back now, and hopefully see you for the next season.
See you.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was more overtakes than ever.
It was great. Let's see if we can bring in, finally, Andrea Di Noia to place. Oh, hello, that was a weird sound. What was that? Oh, Backwards gifted a sub to Rubber. How nice. I've never heard that voice before, that noise before. Yeah, let's bring in Andrea if we can. Hello, Andrea. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Congrats on third place. I want to take you back to the sort of the first half of the race, battling with Rubber for the lead all the way through. Talk me through some of that.
I don't know what to say. It was faster, and you cannot pass in this track, so it didn't pass. I was struggling a bit with the first sector, especially the first corner. It was braking a lot later than me, but I kept him behind. But yeah, it was too fast.
Do you think? Let's say same question I asked to Diego. If those lapped cars weren't there at the end of the second safety car, do you think you would have been able to take the victory off of Rubber?
I don't think so. I don't know. I would have tried it.
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, I would have tried it. Is it right? I don't know.
And finally, the sort of the battle you had with Diego late on in the race. At the end of the second safety car, you sort of made a mistake into turn 1 or something? You just went a little bit wide, and Diego got past. What was going through your head sort of after that point?
I just wanted to stay on the podium. That's it.
Fair enough.
I don't
Realistic
know.
goal, certainly.
Yeah, I don't know because something happened in the race. I don't know if I will get a penalty for that.
I'm not looking forward to Monday. This race was nuts. Anything else you want to say before I send you back?
No. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Gotcha. See you, Andrea. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that will be it for at least this season of AF1. So the question is now asked, what the next season has to offer.
Wah, wah, wah.
Now, I got sent this a few days ago, and I really should have downloaded it.
You really didn't download it.
Come on.
No, I had a lot to do. But I do have it here.
I could send you the YouTube link if you want to. It's
I've got it right here. I didn't realize it was just like you could just have it there. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll have it up.
Yeah, give it a bit more suspense. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can finally announce what AF1 Season 6 will look like. When it works. So there we have it. AF1 Season 6, we've got the IndyCars. It all starts on 11th of April with the Daytona Oval, 100 laps there, followed by Sebring on the 18th of April. There's then a driver's vote with tracks that I will get for you in a second. I've forgotten what they are. Then a 1-week break. 2nd of May, Watkins Glen. Then Circuit of the Americas. And finally, the return of the Indy 250 on the 16th of May. That's pretty good timing, actually. That's nearly where the Indy 500 is in real life. There we go. There's the possibility with maybe that we'll get some rain in the road track races. We'll never have it with the ovals, but we'll reveal details of that if that is going ahead very soon. Other than that, I believe sign-ups will be open very, very shortly. I don't know if...
Sign-ups are live.
Sign-ups are live. Sign-ups are open. Go, go, go and get those slots. I'm so excited. What do you guys think? That was an awesome... was that your trailer, Lucas?
Yes, I made it.
That was
really
insane.
Cool. That was really cool.
It was really hard to not share it in the last week.
Yeah, that was a genuinely epic trailer.
Yeah, the music actually fit a lot with how bonkers the chat went. Like, look at the chat.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm so glad everyone is hyped as I am. I kind of wish I was able to drive in it, but I'm not because I got to stream it. But I can't wait to commentate on this myself. In any case, oh, this is insane. So there we have it. There's AF1 for Season 6. As I say, sign-ups are open now. We have... How many slots do we have open?
That is a good question.
28.
28.
Yes.
28, lovely. We have 28 slots open for AF1 Season 6, plus plenty of reserve spots. more than we'll ever need.
Also, Indy will be 40 cars.
Oh, 40 cars in Indy.
Yeah, yes, 40 with 12 special drivers.
So we're having I'm glad we can announce that now. The Indy 250 will be a special event on the 16th of May with an extra 12 cars added to the field. Sign-ups will be open for that separately further into the season. Let me just go ahead and find now what the AF1 driver vote tracks are, because I've forgotten.
They will be Rodedente, Laguna Seca, and Montremblant. I don't know how to say this.
Montremblant, yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Road Atlanta, Laguna Seca, Montremblant are the 3 driver vote tracks. Votes will be open for that. Are they open with the sign-ups?
No, driver's
should
vote
be.
isn't on the sign-ups. Driver's vote isn't there. It's separate.
By the way, for the 2 oval rounds at Daytona and Indianapolis, we will use the oval aero kit on the IndyCar.
Thank
For
God
the
for
other
that.
ones, we will use the normal one.
I love how for the last 2 or 3 weeks we've had people saying AF Oval, AF Oval, AF Oval. And everyone's like, it should be in the NASCAR. Then we just throw a curveball with IndyCar. Brilliant. So this is the IndyCar. This is the RSS Formula Americas. We use the oval on the oval ones and the road on the road ones. Signs open now. Anything else? Yes, one more thing, and that is how many crashes did we have in this race?
Very important.
Too many.
Yes.
I'll ask again, just in case anyone wanted to chime in on this. How many crashes were there in this race? What do you guys think?
120. I said 120, but
I would say 150, and I also have to go.
Exactly.
I wish everyone good luck in the.
2,352.
Oh, I wish everyone good luck in the next season of AF1. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, see you on track.
I probably crashed like 45 times.
Okay, any more guesses? Final call for guesses. I have the number.
2,000.
What the hell?
Why?
Why? Who? Why?
I don't even know what that was.
It was Juan.
It was Juan.
Ah.
Right, great. So the number of crashes, let's take it from before the end of the race. There we are. 642. 642.
Fucking hell! Well,
Yes.
I did say 420 at some point, so that's close enough, I suppose.
I saw Charbatron with 700. After the session ended, there were more crashes. That takes the number to 697. So I think Charbatron wins the vote. Wins the guessing game on that one.
Way! But John wins.
Excellent job on that one. And for that, you get nothing. Did anyone get any cut lines that we need to deal with? I don't think they did. Any cuts? 60 laps we did today. No cuts at all. Makes my job nice and easy. Anyway, that is it for today. Sign-ups are open for AF1. Go and sign up for that. The Steward stream is on tomorrow. That is at 2 PM GMT. Mostly AF3 and AF1. There's nothing for AF2 and nothing for AF Masters. Next week we've got AF3 on Friday. That is from Lippo Village. That starts at 6 PM GMT. Or it's more like 6:10 GMT, something like that. Be sure to join us for that. Saturday we've got AF4's return. That's at Red Bull Ring on the 27th of March. That's at 4 PM GMT. Things should work by then. Finally, we've got... that's it. Is that it? Huh.
Well,
That's a quiet week next week.
I mean, AF3 Lippo Village, did you say that?
Well, there's 2 races next week, AF3 and AF4. That's it.
Alright, true.
We don't have AF Masters. We don't have
Well,
AF1.
It's not really going to be quiet on Discord just because of the hype from new AF1 season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe we should run like a practice race on the Sunday at Daytona.
Oh, absolutely,
That'd be
absolutely.
great. Yeah.
We need a practice race.
Do like a 50-lap race at Daytona.
Sorry
Maybe
about the
shorter
thing
than
before. I was uncalled for. My bad.
Why did you do that?
No, I literally was trying to get onto the call, and literally as I went to to change my microphone, I just breath.
Breath indeed. Right.
Breath.
That will be it. So until tomorrow, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.